Good morning. Welcome to Unity Columbine Spiritual Center, where centered in God, we celebrate a world of harmony, peace, and abundance for all. We're so glad you're all here, and we're also very glad that Stephanie and Luke have joined us this morning. Thank you so much. Perennial favorites here. So, we are going to start with music. Please stand for our first joy song.
We come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. We come together, we come together, we come together in the name of love. We come together, yes we do. We come together, here we are. We come together in the name of love. One more time. We come together. We come together in the name of love.
All right, let's bring up our children. I don't see them at the back door, which is highly unusual. Come on up.
There's one.
Yay. Come on up. Honesty, honesty always.
All right. Oh my gosh. My co-director is late. She came in late and
You know why I'm late? Because my kids, ugh. And also, it's not a beautiful day. You can't even see the mountains. Like, why are we even here?
people are still coming in. We want them to come now and they didn't come at all. Okay, we're getting it together. Do you know what we were just doing? What were Annalise and I just doing? Can you guys tell us?
I don't know. Complaining.
So this morning, we're going to talk about complaining, whining, fussing. Is anybody here good at that? Wait, can I hear your... Okay, Leander, can I hear your best summer complaint so far in your best complaining voice? What have you complained about most this summer? Let's hear it.
I don't know.
Okay.
My brother!
I don't think he needed the microphone. Okay, so we're going to go have some fun downstairs. That's what we'll be doing. Can you bless us out, please?
We love you.
Have come together as family, and we have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open, and we have gathered here in love. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise a roof with shouts and praise. Spirit's in this place. And we sing in celebration, and we sing with words of praise, and we affirm our life as sacred, and we declare that peace is here. Ooh, Spirit is in this, Spirit
So now we bring spirit to our inner place through our prayer and meditation. And we begin with music, and then we'll be led today in our prayer and silent meditation by our prayer chaplain, Christy.
I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. We let the words wash over us. We let it be. We let it be.
And as the beauty of that song is enfolding us, we calmly release our need to know. If you feel like it, close your eyes. And we are being in love. Sweet, mysterious power of the universe. We don't need to know everything, but we do know love. We do know that we are love. The divinity of the universe, the divinity of love is in each of us. We are made of love. And in any moment, we can choose love. And this morning, as we are gathered in our beloved community, we look into each other's eyes and we see the divine. We see love. We are love. We are loved. And we are lovable. We allow ourselves to be loved by the universal energy of love that flows through each person, and we allow ourselves to be loved by others and by ourselves. We let it be. want to bring our attention to the prayer box in the foyer and all the names and situations that have been presented for prayer requests. And also our prayer list that is found in our weekly update. On Tuesday, our prayer list. And we bring our attention to each of our own prayer lists, those we are praying for, the situations, the countries, the animals, the earth. We envelop all of these requests and needs in love, the energy of love. The golden healing energy of love surrounds each of these prayer needs and requests. And we hold these in our hearts. We don't have to name them one after one, but we know that we are praying for these loved ones and beloved countries and the earth. And now, filled with love in our heart, we will have a few minutes of silence. Thank you, Spirit. And so it is. Amen.
There is something in the feeling of being taken as you are, of a love without condition, as special as a star. There is something in the feeling of you can do no wrong that fills the heart with joy and makes the spirit strong. Feels like coming home to a home I've never known, where the need to do and prove simply falls away like stone. And all there is to do is nothing more than be, and the person that you know is nothing less than me. There is something in the feeling of you are not alone that fills the heart with gladness and makes the spirit known. There is something something in the feeling of a generous laugh, of the motion in the river, of a well-worn gravel path. There feels like coming home to a home I've never known, where the need to do and prove simply falls away like stone. And all there is to do is nothing more than be, and the person that you know is nothing less than me. And when I pass beyond this life that we can see to the place that no one knows, that vast eternity, there's something that my heart somehow already knows. The place that I will find will feel like coming home. Feels like coming home to a home I've never known, where the need to do and prove simply falls away like stone. And all there is to do is nothing more than be, and the person that you know is nothing less than me. Feels like coming home to a home I've never known, where the need to do and prove simply falls away like stone. And all there is to do is nothing more than be, and the person that you know is nothing less than me. The person that you know is nothing less than me.
Thank you, Stephanie and Luke. It's always great having you here. Such a treat for all of us. So in honor of the World Cup, there was a local soccer game being played. And there was one spectator who was just giving one of the referees just a lot of heck. He just wouldn't stop with the complaining and the insults and the disparaging comments, and he felt like he was not doing anything right. The referee wasn't doing anything right, and he just wouldn't stop. And the referee, to his credit, just tried to ignore him and just think he's just really focused on the game. But he felt like he was being watched by this one spectator, because the spectator was just complaining and spewing out all kinds of insults. Finally, the referee couldn't take it any longer. He went over to the stands, he looked the spectator in the eye that had been insulting him, and he said, I've heard nothing but complaints out of you for 20 minutes. And the spectator said, I knew you weren't watching the game. So I share that because 4 weeks ago, we invited you into a complaint-free world. The premise was that we would spend each of us 21 consecutive days without complaining or gossiping. And every time we would complain or gossip, we would take our purple wristband that we were all wearing that we gave you and switch it to the other wrist, and that would be day 1, all over again. How you doing? Yeah. It's hard. I'm on day 5. It's been 4 weeks. This is not an easy practice. It's not an easy practice, but we can do it. It is possible. I've done this before. I did it in Michigan at my church there before we moved here years ago. So I know that it's possible. And what is our theme this year? But a year of possibility. Everything is possible to us. Everything. Anything. So we can do this. And it's challenging. It's challenging. It takes the average person 6 to 8 months to get to 21 consecutive days. So if you're on day 5 or day 1 or day, whatever, 15, you're doing great. Keep it up. Keep up the good work. It's not easy. And why is it not easy? Because we have lots of relationships and lots of conversations that our common theme in our conversations is frustration, is complaints. And we're part of a pack. And we don't want to lose our pack, because what happens if we're not complaining along with everyone else? Then we're an outsider, and then we don't feel good, and then they try to bring us back in. It's challenging. That's why we're doing it as a community, so that you can support each other, so that you can do this work together, because we need that support. Will Bowen, who wrote the book, who started this movement, A Complaint-Free World, Stop Complaining, Start Living, says that those people that try to keep you in their pact, thank them. What are they doing? But they're called, he said he calls them sacred clowns. Sacred clowns is a term that's used in many Native American tribes, and it's a sacred position that these sacred clowns that are called to this work will do anything they can to try to distract you. Any kind of annex, any kind of chaos, they will create diversions to keep us mentally tough, to keep us focused. And so you can thank those people that want to keep you in their complaining pact, and thank them as being a sacred clown in your life. And let it be okay. And look for other support for yourself. The first part of this practice is called unconscious incompetence. We are unconscious, unaware of the incompetence of how much we complain. Because it says 15 to 30 times a day, and when we start this practice, we have no idea. We don't think we complain at all, right? How many of you didn't think, oh, this is going to be easy for me? We don't think we complain. And so once we start realizing how much we complain, once we're moving our bracelet like several times a day or several times a week, it's uncomfortable. We don't like it. And this is the stage where most people quit. Most people quit. Most people take the bracelet off, throw it in the trash, put it in a drawer, and let it go. But not us, right? Not us. We're going to hang in there. Will Bowen says this: a person who puts their purple bracelet in a drawer is making certain that they will never become complaint-free. But don't put your purple bracelet in a drawer. I ordered some more, just in case. They ended up in the trash. They'll be here this week, because we're going to have 2 more reminder talks about this process. It's important work. Because, as our year of possibility, we cannot we cannot see all the possibilities that are before us when we're in a mindset of looking at the negative. We can't. We can't. And we do it as human beings. But what do we do when we're complaining is we attract that which we say we don't want. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more we complain, the more we get back of what we complain about. The more we become aware of it, the more we can stop. Now, maybe there are some ways, maybe I've learned that, I shared with you, I think after the first week, that I realized that I shouldn't be driving, because that's where I do a lot of complaining, when I'm in the car by myself. And I usually like the quiet in the car, not the radio or anything on. I like the quiet most of the time. And I noticed that I was moving my bracelet every time I drove by myself. So I found a way to help myself with that. And you can all find little things that help you. And I found that my favorite music is Frank Sinatra, that era, that kind of music. And so now I listen to Seriously Frank on Sirius XM in my car, and I haven't complained in my car for over 2 weeks now. I find other things. We all do. But, find something that helps you. Find something that helps you. There's an Apache saying that Will lists in the book that says this: it's better to have less thunder in the mouth and more lightning in the hand. And it's true. Thunder in the mouth. A thunder is a loud noise, a complaint, a gripe, and lightning in the hand is decisive action, taking actions, having effective results. And so what it's saying is that our actions are more powerful than the words we speak, especially when those words are negative. And so we want to be aware of that. What actions are you taking versus what words are you saying? What conversations are you having? And how can you have less thunder and more lightning? Not an easy thing to do. Not an easy thing to do. So Will shared a video. He did a video. He started this, I think it was 2000, maybe 3, 4, 5, some early in the 2000s, and did this complaint-free world. And then he did it again several years ago, and he created a video so you could see how difficult it can be. So let's watch this short video. So see, you're in good company. We're all in good company. It's a challenging project. It's a challenging practice to do. But what does he say but that what is the outcome of doing this? More happiness? Do we want that? More energy, more positivity, more love, more joy, more peace when we're not complaining. And so he says in the book, he cites a psychology professor, Dr. Kowalski. And in it, Dr. Kowalski says that the reason why we complain is that we want to elevate our status. That's one of our main goals as human beings, to elevate our status. And status is how we stack up against other people. Now, he talks about this as elevating our status, not so much what other people think of us, but how we value ourselves. And so complaining is a way of helping us feel better about ourselves. And so Will put it in an acronym, GRIPE. So let's see. These are the reasons why we complain. Get attention. We all want to be seen and heard, and we think that by complaining, we get more attention. Remove responsibility. This is prior to doing any action. We will start, because we're afraid that we're not going to be able to live up to it, we'll complain about the circumstances so that so the expectations aren't as high. Inspire envy. This is where gossiping comes in. This is where boasting and bragging comes in. We think by putting other people down, we look better. We raise ourselves up because we don't have that negative character flaw like they do. Then power. Power is by gathering more people on our side, that we think that we're going to, and we usually gather people on our side by through anger, through complaining, through enraging people. Think of politicians who mostly complain about what the other side is doing versus inspiring hope, a vision of hope. And so we complain to elevate our status through this power. And then excuse poor performance. We mostly do not want to be embarrassed. And so when we don't live up to what we say we're going to do, when our results aren't as good as we had thought they should be, we will make excuses. We'll complain about the situation. We'll complain, well, it was bound to fail. I couldn't possibly have done good on that because look at this. And we complain there. So we use all these reasons to complain, but it doesn't make us any happier. It doesn't help us. In fact, complaining is really spiritual amnesia. In Mandarin, there are two symbols that are used for the word complain, and they're hug and ego. So we hug the ego when we complain. We hug the ego. We forget who we are. We need to remember who we are. Remember that we are divine beings. Remember that we have all these possibilities before us. We have all this potential. How many of you still read the sign when you come in here? Yeah, I didn't think so. Me too. We have a sign when we walk into this, and I don't know what we call this little room here. I don't remember. Anne probably knows. She's smiling at me. Anyway, remember who you are. And then when you're walking out, don't forget. Don't forget. But how many times do we forget? We're always forgetting. We're always forgetting. So we want to stop hugging the ego. Do the complaint-free practice. Anything's possible. So I just finished my 30-week class. It started in November. I just finished it last week. And I shared this with a couple friends on Friday, but they can hear it again. My teacher, so our last class, he said to us, I hope that none of you ever use two words again, I can't. Don't ever use that. I hope all of you are past that that you can't do anything. Because we are studying advanced consciousness, because we are studying quantum physics that is proved that there is the domain of potentiality, that there are infinite possibilities always. So he had us write a paper, each of us, and send it to him before our last class and share what one or two things did we take from the class? What one or two profound quantum leaps did we have? A quantum leap is when we have a new aha, we have a new revelation, something, and it changes us, it changes our lives. And so I had two that I wrote in my paper, and I'll share them with you. The first is that there is no objective reality out there. Everything is subjective. Everything starts within. There's no objective reality out there that if that is true, and I believe it now, it's been proven by quantum physics, then I don't have to live up to some objective standard out there. I don't have to compete with something out there. I don't have to get approval. It's freeing to not have to think that there's something out there judging me, that there's something out there telling me what is acceptable and what isn't. It's huge. Everything starts within. Everything is subjective. Absolutely everything is subjective. And we get to decide what meaning we're going to give everything, what value we're going to give everything. We get to decide. It starts with us. That was a huge revelation for me, one I had never even considered before this class. The second one is that there is, I use the word God, so if you get triggered by God, universe, life, spirit, the quantum field, the domain of potentiality, source, whatever word you want to use for that, which connects us all, I use God, that it is not fixed. It is not unchanging. It is evolving. That was a huge aha for me, because I was always taught that God is unchanging and absolute. But how can we put boundaries around that which is all? It's got to continue to evolve, which means to me that I continue to evolve, that I am never fixed. None of us, every one of you, is not fixed in anything, that we always can choose again. We are creative beings. We create with our thoughts. And this is life-changing to me. Nobody can put us in a box. We don't need to put ourselves in a box. We are not victims of circumstance. We are only victims of our own choices. And we get to choose in every moment, with every thought, how we're going to show up, what we're going to think, how we're going to believe. We choose. This gives us more freedom, more ability to be who we came here to be, more opportunities to see the potential, to see the possibilities. It's huge. And I wanted to share that with you, because I think the more of us that can come into this is called a participatory worldview, instead of the Newtonian mechanistic worldview that most of us have been living with for 400 years. For the Newtonian mechanistic worldview separates us, is deterministic, puts controls and limits on us. Whereas a participatory worldview is just that we participate. We choose. If enough of us could think this way and have this kind of worldview, it would change the world, completely change the world. But we have to remember who we are. We have to remember that we are that. And this is Unity's first and second principle, that there's one power, one presence, and we are it. We are it. We have to remember that. But complaining gets in the way of that. Complaining stops us from seeing that. It's like seeing a smudge on a mirror, and we're just focused on that smudge and not the whole reflection. So I want you to take your finger and put it to where, like right in front of your eyes, and focus on, now you might have to put it way out here. I don't know where it is for you to be able to focus on that finger, and I want you to just focus on the tip of your finger. The index finger, please, not the middle finger. I don't want to get a bunch of fingers showing at me. If you're at home, please do this too. So focus on that. Focus on that tip of your finger. And as you focus on this one little thing, what happens is everything else in the background, all in your peripheral vision, gets blurry. It gets distorted. We don't see clearly. When we're focused on one little thing, we don't see ourselves as we really are. We don't see the full reflection. We see the smudge. We're focused on complaining. Now, take your finger down, put it in your lap, and let your gaze take in everything here, the beauty of this building, of this room, of the people that are here, the mountains behind me. I mean, that's the whole picture right now from where you're sitting. We see the whole picture when we're not focused on one little smudge in the mirror. That's taking away that complaint. This is what a complaint-free world can do for you. It can help you see the beauty of this life, the beauty of this world, instead of the things we don't like and the things we tend to focus on. There's a quote by Will. Stop making excuses and begin to move toward your dreams. Victims never become victors. You alone get to choose which you'll be. We get to choose. Are we going to be a victim of circumstance? We're only victims of our choices. We can make a difference when we stop complaining, when we realize, and it's okay wherever you are in this process, let it be okay. As he said, there's no shame in day one. It means you're still trying. It means you're still working at it. I watched a really funny TED Talk yesterday by Sean Aker. Anybody heard of him? He's a Harvard researcher and author. Hilarious TED Talk. But he did research, he called it the Tetris effect, and how most of us will like to point out and focus on the things that are wrong. And so he had a group of people, he said, for 1 week you cannot say out loud anything that's wrong, no complaining. And then he measured the results, 31% increase in productivity. 31% is pretty big. And what happened when they would come together is instead of complaining, they were focused on solutions, because the brain, when it's not allowed to complain, wants to move forward, wants to find solutions, wants to find something that serves, that uplifts. We can do that too. We do that when we stop complaining. And it's not your thoughts, okay? It's just the words we speak. So I invite you to catch yourself shift the script whenever you catch yourself wanting to go down that road. We can do this, and it can make a big difference. So let's be a community that uplifts and serves and expresses from that place of love and remembers who we are, because each one of us is that divine being. Each one of us is that. Will had one more comment that I want to share. Let your life experiences propel you forward rather than hold you back. Wake up to the beauty that is within you as well as around you. Focus on that. Forgive others. Let stuff go, and you'll begin to live a happy life. You want that, right? We want this. Want a happier life? Let's do it together. Let's stop focusing on the smudge and look at the whole picture and see the beauty and see the love that is always there, always there. So, happy practicing. Namaste.
I got mine this morning. And I told Sue all I need is a muzzle and I'm gonna win this thing.
Wait, is it a competition?
To me it is. I'm gonna do it in 4 months. Place where I am going, no one has ever been. The place where I am going, no one has ever been. I am the captain of a ship floating in the desert sand. There's water in the distance saying, catch me if you can. I am the king of a castle built on the ocean floor, and I am standing on a drawbridge knocking at my door. The place where I am going, no one has ever been. The place where I am going, no one has ever been. I am the master of the circus in a pup tent downtown. I walk upon the wire and I even play the clown. I am the general of an army. All the soldiers look the same, and I am not a child, and this is not a game. The place where I am going, no one has ever been. The place where I am going, no one has ever been. I am the son of a father. I am not the Prince of Peace. I've rubbed shoulders with the devil, and the Father still loves me. And I am on a journey with an ever-changing plan. When I get where I am going, I'll know who I am. The place where I am going, no one has ever been. The place where I am going, no one has ever been. The place where I am going, no one has ever been. The place where I am going, no one has ever been.
Thank you.
Aren't we blessed? And they have a concert coming up. I'm going to invite them to tell you about it in a minute. But for right now, let's bring ourselves to the reason why we gather here each Sunday. And let's say together our purpose statement. We commit to increasing our spiritual awareness, diversifying our community, manifesting our highest potential, and positively impacting the world. And we're so grateful for the many ways that each of you impact the world here at Columbine by your presence and by sharing your time, talent, and treasure. We are very grateful for that. And also, we want to really imprint on our hearts our new mission statement. So let's say this together. Bold love, hands-on hope, deep belonging. Thank you. And as we move forward then with our offering, we want to always bless the offering. Some of you send your offerings through the mail, some of them through the ether, some of you drop them in the offering bag, and we want to bless all of them. So let's say together our offering blessing. God's love has always met and will always meet all my needs. I give freely, I receive abundantly, and I am grateful. And as these funds come into Columbine, your Board of Trustees is very mindful of how to send them out the best way into the world, here and further, and also very, very grateful. Thank you in advance. And as the offering bags make their way through the sanctuary, we always like to turn and give a wave to our production team up there. Thank you, thank you. And to our online viewers. Our production team makes this possible. And I know I love it when you wave at me when I'm not here. So, and I know other people as well. It's a wonderful way to maintain that connection. So we're grateful for that. We also are very grateful for the many sponsors who helped our Solstice event last weekend be so successful. So take a good look at the list here, and just if you go into these places, maybe you find a way to mention a thank you to them for supporting us, or just to be aware of it and to patronize these businesses, because it really added a lot to our event last Sunday. And then the parking lot. You probably have noticed it's still in process, and that's a good thing. So part of it over here has been cleared out, and you can kind of see in that one picture that there's been some, I don't know what it's called, it's crushed asphalt laid over here, and we'll keep you posted about it. And then at the other end of the parking lot, they're reclaiming part of it, part of the preservation easement. So we're grateful for your patience as we go through this process. And we're also very grateful for all the people who have helped bring this to fruition. And I don't know all the people that were involved, but we are very grateful. And your Board of Trustees meets today, so if you have feedback, if you have questions, if you have compliments, please find one of them before you leave today. And who's here today that's on the board? If you could stand real quick. Okay. Beth is reminding, no complaints. So we good reminder. And then we have the retreats coming up, the women's retreat and the men's retreat. And I want to just point out a couple of things. All the details are in your Thursday email update. But just to be clear, for the women's retreat, it does start Friday evening, and we don't feed you that evening. So plan accordingly. You're welcome to bring a meal and sit on the patio ahead of time. But then on Saturday, we take real good care of you with the food. So there'll be snacks and a lunch included. So just for your planning purposes. And of course, the link to register is in the weekly email update. And then afterwards, Linda Martella Whitsett is she's our guest facilitator for the Women's Retreat. And after the 11 a.m. service that Sunday, she is going to lead an affirmative prayer workshop. And that is open to everyone. And please know that with this, if this is for you, if you've been curious about how can I switch from the praying that I grew up with, or what is the Unity way of praying? I'm not really clear on that. This workshop will answer those questions for you. So look in the update for that information as well. And then the men's retreat is also coming up. That's in August. And there are a few spaces left to register. This is an overnight off-site retreat. And you are welcome to invite someone who's not from Columbine. Same for the women's retreat. But this will be at a beautiful outdoor location called Sunrise Ranch. And if you have questions, look up Kevin or Rev Pedro in the future, and they can answer your questions. And then before we talk about the ambassador, I wanted to just note for you that a couple weeks ago, Rev Sue talked about this book, Once Upon a Rainbow, a trilogy of queer fairy tales of belonging, liberation, and joy. And her friend wrote this. And so we have copies in the bookstore. We're nearing the end of Pride Month, so if this speaks to you, look in the bookstore for it. And then the final thing is, Luke and Stephanie have a concert coming up. Will you tell us a little bit about it?
I will. Yes, we have a concert coming up on July 25th at the Muse Performance Space, which some of you have seen us there before, and we would hope that you can come back and bring friends. It's a really lovely little listening venue in Lafayette, so not so far from here. And the show is at 7 p.m., July 25th. Tickets are available either on the Muse website, or you can get a link from our website, which is bettmanandhalpin.com. And please come. It's going to be just so lovely, and it'll be even lovelier if some of you beautiful souls are there with us. So yeah, I think that's and we have flyers. There's a little table where there's some CDs set up, and there are flyers if you want a physical reminder to take with you. Please feel free. Thanks.
And I've been there to hear Bettman and Halpin. It's a beautiful space for hearing their music. So, and it's the evening after the women's retreat ends, so I know where I'm going that evening. Thank you. And who is our ambassador today? Okay. Oh, Piri is here. Thank you. She has her badge on, so you can find her. And she can answer questions, and then, of course, Carrie and I can answer questions, and we'll have our laptops in the in Foss Hall. And that reminds me that if you still have outstanding auction items from the Solstice event, please look up Carrie in Foss Hall. She's got all the goodies, so she can help you wrap that up. And then who are our prayer chaplains today? Oh, we have Vicki and we have Sandy. Thank you so much. They'll be available to you on the sides of the sanctuary. And this is really something amazing. I had never been in a congregation before that offered this, and it's such a valuable service. We're very, very blessed to have that. So please make use of their trained selves in prayer support. And now let's stand for our final song and prayer for protection.
Let there be peace. I understand.